This, my friends, this is referred to as the perennial philosophy of religion. Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Confucianism, every single religion in this world are based on the perennial philosophy. And in just 1/4 of a chopai, Tulsidas documented the words of Sri Ram. He says every religion is based on these 4 premises. And what are these? First, he says, use buddhi, use thought. Tulsidas Maharaj, Kabir Das, Muhammad, and those others, Vedyas Maharaj, and all those who have documented scripture that is known today as modern day religion or even contemporary religion, they had to go into buddhi, self-examination, thought, before they gave the world the scriptures that are documented as organized religion today. They went into contemplation, and that is known as buddhi. He says, Lakshmana, you need to establish self-examination. Don't just act. You need to think and introspect on everything that is about to happen. That is buddhi. He says use vivek. Vivek is judgment. What is judgment? Judgment sometimes we think is being judgmental towards other people or about situations. But in this instance, Rama is saying, Lakshmana, you need to discriminate against your own self. Use good judgment based on the thoughts that come into your mind and discriminate against your own thoughts. Not other people, Lakshmana. Use vivek to discriminate against your own qualities. That is religion. Third, he says, you need to use bal. Bal means strength. And there is a very powerful doha that we chant every day. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nija Man Mukhura Sura Varno Raghuvar Vimal Jasa Joda Yak Palchar. Buddhi Hi Na Tanu Janike. How does it go? Sumiro Pavan Kumar. Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Oh Hanuman Baba, we don't only want Buddhi and Vidya, but you are the embodiment of Bal. Bal Buddhi Vidya. You are the embodiment of strength. To live a life within the codes of conduct of your dharma, and let's call that dharma Hinduism today as an example, or Islam or Christianity. But today, I make reference to what happened recently and made the news. If bandits come into your home and they try to destroy your family, if bandits come into your home and they try to disrespect and molest and rape and ridicule your wife and your daughter and your sister, or they try to abduct your child, if you step back and you allow them and you say, I am a Hindu, I believe in non-violence, go ahead, you would be giving up the basic duty and responsibility in following your dharma. Sometimes in the name of dharma, sometimes in the name of protecting what is right and righteous in your life, you have to use bal. Sometimes you have to pick up the danda, literally pick up the danda and fight and defend what is yours. I am not talking about possessions, but I am talking about what is right and righteous in your life. That mother that we spoke about, she broke a bottle and she fought as a young, slim, meager young woman, and she fought off a couple bandits who came to her home. Was it her strength, her physical strength that pushed them back? Was it a broken bottle that pushed them away? It was more than that. It was her fortitude. It was the strength that she formed from inside, taking the name of her God and standing up using strength for what she believed in protecting her little baby. That is what kept her child alive and safe in her arms today. That is bal. And sometimes in the name of religion, we have to stand up. And we need to remember in the name of dharma to bring back community back into our villages. Community is not an area, community is a way of living. And community means standing up for your neighbor being your brother's keeper and making sure that we are looking out. Your neighbor's child should be your child. Your neighbor's wife should be protected in the same way that you would look after your own home. And like this, we should establish a way of community where we literally become our brothers and sisters' keeper. And in doing so, our way of life says sometimes you have to use bulk, you have to use strength, you have to pick up the danda and fight and defend. That also, it is dharma, that's religion. He says, Lakshmana, use buddhi, use vivek, use bulk. And fourth, he says, Lakshman, I want you to be aware of the situation around you, but more importantly, be aware of the times that you are living in. I want you to protect Sita. I am leaving now. I am leaving you in charge, Lakshmana. I want you to protect Sita using these four requisites or prerequisites. Use thought, use judgment, use strength, and be aware of the times that you're living in. That, my friends, these four elements represent the world perennial philosophy of all religions. One of the things that fall short, today we are talking about the concept of God and religion. One of the things in religion, and I'm speaking wider than Hinduism now, but one of the things that we fall short as a people and as leaders in executing organized religion, it is being aware of the times that we're living in. It is one thing to follow the black and white of what was documented thousands of years ago, but our way of life says we must live according to the laws of the land. And if the laws of the land say that certain things are forbidden, we need to honor and follow that as well. That also becomes part of our children are sponges, and they will absorb whatever they see in their environment. And can you imagine a child, an average child in the United States, we are no different, we have cable TV in Trinidad, and an average child experiencing some 10 million flashes or episodes of violence on the television. What are we doing as parents and as leaders and as elders to balance or to combat what they're seeing in terms of violence versus what we want for them to develop as young men and women? And this, my friends, if this means something to you, it means we need to focus and redirect our children in certain routines, rites and rituals that bring them back in the path of dharma. Because if we don't, the rite and the ritual of watching television and reading certain magazines and seeing what is happening out in society, that will be the rite and ritual and routine that they will follow. And today, I remind you, I bring you back to the words of Sri Ram. It says, Lakshmana, Sita ji, having made this request of me and sending me to fetch this deer, I am leaving you, Lakshmana. You represent dharma, you represent religion, and I want you to protect her using all these four qualities. There's a very beautiful mantra that I am sure all of you know. And that mantra goes like this. Please finish it for me. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritangamaya Asatoma Satgamaya. O Divine Mother, O Divine Intelligence, remove the figurative darkness from my life. Take me from darkness unto light. Take me from untruth unto truth. And take me from death unto immortality. And like this, that is exactly the prayer. That was the instruction that the Lord Sri Ram gave to Lakshmana. He says, when you use buddhi, introspect and reflect on your own life, and make sure that when you disseminate your thoughts and your words and your actions to other people, make sure you think carefully about what you're about to do. And pay attention, Lakshmana, to the times that you are living in.